Good morning. Hello, hello. Coffee cup of the day is a Reese's. How is everyone? Mm. Good morning, Marcy. I actually had the energy yesterday to go and meet a friend. We were at a coffee shop and neither of us drank coffee because it was after 2, and you get to a certain age and you cannot drink caffeine after a certain time of day or you're up all night. And I had not seen her since I'd moved. I'd moved in February, so I hadn't seen her since then. I don't know at what point before that I'd seen her, but thanks, Marcy. I don't even remember which ones I was wearing. Good morning, Alice. I can't remember what I was even wearing. Good morning, Roxana. Good morning, Lemmy. Yep, got my summer cut. If you didn't see my haul video, so I always go shorter on the sides in the summer, like super short, but my niece cut it for me and I'm like, I want to take it up higher. So we didn't touch the length on top, so I'm still trying to work with it. If I have the right products, my hair actually has a natural curl, but I haven't worn it curly in forever, so I don't have any curly products left, so I'm still working with it. Good morning, Kraken. Did I say good morning to everyone? Let's look. I think so. So coffee cup of the day. It's a Reese's. I picked this one up because I knew it's the size my nephew likes to drink out of. So after I used it for coffee cup of the day, I could just stick it in the cupboard and he would use it. Because it is a big cup. And Reese's favorite cups are my favorite candy. My absolute favorite candy. My mom and dad picked me up a rolling cart that folds flat so I can store it behind the door. But yeah, but it's perfect because now I don't have to reach around and rearrange things. Everything fits on the cart for the sale. I'm so excited. I'm so happy about it. It's amazing. And they totally surprised me with, I had no idea they were gonna find the. I was on the lookout for a fold-up TV tray, but it would not have had enough surface space to put everything on during a sale. This has 3 shelves and everything fits on it. So I love it. Super excited about it. Oh, so back to my friends. So we met up for, I had a mango smoothie and I don't know what she had. I don't know if it was seltzer water or something, but good morning, Carrie Ann. But she and her partner run a film school here locally. And she's been in movies like The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I'm bad with the names of movies. We all know about my brain fog. But then she shifted over into directing. She's also done a lot of plays, and like she did Chicago here at our local theater, which was amazing. But she's been in the business her entire life, and she's a bit older than me. But they run a film school now, and so they are going to be in our local Pride Parade. And she asked if I wanted to be one of the people that was representing their film school and handing out things. And I was like, So exciting. So I am going to get to be in our local Pride Parade. And usually our Pride Parade is not in June during Pride Month. It's in August. And in the past, some of the reasons that they've said that we have it in August is so that people can go to Columbus and Cleveland's prides, which are much bigger than ours, of course, because we sit about dead center between Columbus and Cleveland in Ohio. And this is the 10th annual Mansfield Pride, and they are moving it to actual Pride Month. So that's interesting. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, there are birds nesting outside my window, and they are so loud. So loud. And they drive Harley crazy. She sits up there trying to tear apart because I've got the air conditioner in and then I've got duct tape on it. And she sits up there trying to tear the duct tape apart, trying to get at him. So far, she has been unsuccessful. I don't want her going off the second floor of this building. So Pride ends up being on the 22nd, and I'm going to be at my daughter's from the 16th through the 21st. But the only thing that's going to be hard on me is the drive home on Friday, the 21st. The rest of the week is just going to be my only responsibility is feeding the cats and scooping the litter boxes. That's it. And I am just going to take the week to relax and just rest, read, and do some things like that. And if I go live, it won't be for a sale. It'll be just to show you her cats. Because I don't know how many of them will want to make an appearance on camera. There's only one of her cats that does not like me. And he's like Harley. He only likes a couple of people in the whole world, and he's not going to anybody else. So it doesn't matter. Good morning, Shelby. So it doesn't matter how many times I have been up there and met him. I stayed with him last year. She already had Augie last year when I went and watched them so they could go camping, and he'd come out for food, but otherwise he wanted nothing to do with me. So, but her other cats like me. So it'll be a good week with a lot of cats. I just feel terrible about leaving my cat. I'm worried about that because she's so bonded to me. And she has gotten used to my sister and my brother-in-law and my nephew. And she already, like my nephew would come down and see her when she was a kitten when I lived downstairs. But she's just not friendly. Like, she does not climb up on people's laps. And if you pat her, she'll yell at you. So we'll see how it goes. I'm a little worried about leaving her alone. But I'm excited to go to my daughter's and spend a week relaxing with zero responsibility for anything, and then end the week with Pride. So that'll be fun week after next. So hope everyone is doing well. We are going to go ahead and we are going to pick our prompt. If you caught my haul video, then you know I've been struggling with more fibromyalgia pain, so I did not get any prompts done in our altered book project. This week, have friends or family sign a page in your book. That is a good one. Friends and or family sign a page in your book. And if you are unfamiliar with what the altered book project is, it is a low to no stress and low to no cost project. That this is my second year doing it. Here's my book. I had gotten this, I'm thinking at a flea market. Picked this up at a flea market. This year I did remove some of the pages so that I would have more room, so you can see where I'd taken pages out. Last year I did not. And I pull a prompt every week that I am live. And if you want to do the prompt, you can. And if you don't, you can skip it. That's what I mean about it being low to no stress. And so here are some of my pages. This one might be my favorite one. Should put little bookmarks in where I do them. And the point is to be a little artistic, even when you're not artistic, because I am not. And, oh, I can't find the other one. Oh, here it is. Maybe I passed it. And it's relaxing. So you don't have to have a lot of artistic talent. You can skip the ones like the paint a page we pulled last week. Probably gonna be skipping that one. I am negative artistic when it comes to painting. All right, so that was our prompt. And we are going to get right into the sale today. I think I have 12 items, and it's everything I had in the haul. So first up is this little dresser dish. Now it does have some gold lost right here. We've lost some of the gold there. No chips, no cracks. And this one was made in Japan. It's the size. My grandma had this kind of thing sitting all over her house. So this always reminds me of my grandma. Okay, up to the top of the lid, it's 2.5, but up to just the edge of the lid, it's 2 inches. And then across 3.5. So basically 3.5 by 3.5. Just a very sweet little dresser dish, trinket box. If you misplace your rings often, you could set it by your bathroom sink or your kitchen sink and pop your ring in there and keep it safe. We all know I am notorious for just taking my jewelry off anywhere and then losing it. I've taken it off in restaurants before and lost it. $8, number 37. $8, number 37 on the little dresser box / trinket box. The other trinket box I have today is wood. And this one's not much bigger. It is a little bit taller. Oh, maybe it's not. These are the exact same size. That is funny. 3.5 by 3.5. There's the inside, the bottom. And I didn't try to erase that number 13. I know my brother turns wood and he will write with pencil on the bottom of things to keep track of what he's doing. So I would say that the person that made this wrote that on there for some reason. Little wood trinket box. Also, $8, number 30. $8, number 30. And we've got ghost babies. These are a hobbyist piece. I think they're adorable. So this little ghosty is holding a baby ghost, Dolly, and this one's sleeping. This goes little booty up in the air. They are unsigned. Sometimes hobbyist pieces will have an initial and or a year. I do think they were probably made in the 80s. From just looking them up and finding similar pieces. And these are just little guys. So the one that is sitting 2.5 inches. So probably the one that's laying down is about that long. Yeah. So just little guys. And they are darling. Oh my gosh, I love these. $10, number one. $10, number one for the little ghost babies. Next up, E.O. Brody planter. And Lemmy's coming in number one for the ghost babies. Awesome. Thank you, Lemmy. Now, we had done a deep dive on Glass with Class on the E.O. Brody company and maybe a couple of the other companies. This company is from Cleveland, Ohio, and they made planters and vases specifically to be shipped to florists. So they never did any retail selling. They did wholesale selling. Good morning, Chad. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome. And E.O. Brody did a lot of this emerald green color. They also did a lot of milk glass. But this is the first time I've seen this pattern in this planter. So looks like fish scales, maybe looks like a pine cone. And I do have a small collection of E.O. Brody, but it's a different bowl. It's not these. And this one is 4.5 inches tall, 4.5 inches across. So E.O. Brody planter in this gorgeous green, no chips, no cracks. $12, number 49. $12, number 49. Next up, oh guys, this color is so gorgeous. It's been a while since I came across a piece of teal glass. You don't find it often, and I love it. Never been one that I collected, but I love it when I find them. So it still has its original Smith sticker there. It's upside down. It says Smith handmade. And there are no chips, no cracks. And it's a coal scuttle ashtray. And we are looking at 4.5 inches long from its widest point. And a little more than 2 inches. 2 inches is right here at the very center, but it's a little bit higher up here. And this gorgeous piece of Smith glass, $15, number 52. $15, number 52. If you guys are not following Chad on Instagram, you should be. He posts pictures of his booth. And Chad's going to take that. And it's always amazing. He has such an amazing eye when refreshing his booth. You guys really should be following him on Instagram. Thank you, Chad. Next up, little Indiana glass for you. Yeah, I don't find them often with the labels. I was excited to find that one. We've got this ice blue Indiana glass. Probably would have had a lid. This would have been a candy dish, but over time we know many of these have lost their lids, and now we call them compotes. Oh, thanks, Alice. This is that one that I'm trying to figure out is a ruby. If you didn't see my haul, it glows hot pink under the black light, which is what rubies do. But I don't know. Picked it up at a garage sale, and the guy said that all the rings there were just costume jewelry. So really pretty Indiana glass. And I know that the other colors of this are pretty common. You can find them easily. But this color seems to be a bit harder to find. So about 7 inches tall and almost 6 inches across. Not quite 6 inches. No chips, no cracks. It's in good shape. Diamond point. And it is $20, number 44. $20, number 44. Since I lose jewelry so often, I don't really own many pieces that are actually worth anything. Oh, this hand. This one keeps turning around. Got my C on there. Okay, next up. All right, you guys. I put it up for sale, even though I so badly want to keep it for myself. But I can't. I don't have room for it. And I really don't have room in the storage unit to be, like buying another tote and starting to fill for more of my collection. So I wasn't sure where to price this, so I am pricing it lower than one that sold, but higher than another that sold. I always try and go somewhere in the middle. It is the, let me make sure I get drippolator. Now, it would have had an aluminum piece that fit here because this is a coffee pot, not a teapot. The reason I'm in love with it, if you did not see my haul, is it has a uranium glaze. So it is going to glow green under a black light. And this is a piece of ceramic that has a uranium glaze. And I knew these existed and had never come across one. And then this past weekend, I found two pieces that have a ceramic glaze. So let me show you everything. I love the Art Deco. Oh, it's just everything that I love. So no chips here on the lid. There is a tiny chip here right above my fingernail, and then this chip inside here, which actually feels new. So I feel like it might have gotten chipped when the sale was being set up. The inside is nice and clean. There you can see a drippolator. It was an aluminum company because the drippolator part that sat here was aluminum. And I did scrub this. And we know old ceramic pieces look like that. It's one of the ways we can identify the age sometimes. So there's the bottom. And then the flowers on this side are perfect. But the yellow one on this side, and I don't know if that was a defect when it was applied or if it's worn off. I cannot tell, but the flower on this side has that issue. And, oh, I put the lid back on. Looks like 8 inches by 9 inches. And it's hard, I mean, you can see it, but obviously it's going to be much brighter with a bigger black light or a darker room. And it is going to be $50, number 38. $50, number 38. Ooh, set it down carefully. And then the second piece of pottery with uranium glaze. This one's more common, but just because it's this pattern by this company does not mean it's going to have a uranium glaze. They made this through the 70s. So I have seen people's videos where they're at an antique store. There's a whole display of this, and they will run their black light over, and only every other piece will have the actual uranium glaze. So just because it is this pattern by this company does not mean it is going to have the uranium glaze. So this is a Hall's Superior, and this was Tested and approved by Mary Dunbar, Jewel Homemakers Institute Quality Kitchenware. And again, this was given a really good scrub. So this is ware that we can see from over the years. And it is a nice size mixing bowl. It is 8.5 inches. Now, this does have where the gold along the rim has worn. And I believe this was called Autumn Leaves. The one thing that I looked up said that this pattern actually underwent 3 different name changes. But I think what they finally settled on was Autumn Leaves, I think. And it is $20, number 53. $20, number 53. Next up is the necklace. I could not find, I actually do not have any AB stones in earrings that I could wear with this. So let you get a good look at the stones. It's not missing any stones. And this company was in business from the 40s through the 60s, or 50s through the 60s, maybe late 40s. And right here on the hook, you can see the star insignia. And here's what the other end looks like. And you can wear it at several different lengths. I had it pretty tight, but you could wear it as long as this. It gives you a different look. It is just stunning. It's not coming across on camera near as much in person, but every one of these are AB stones. And it is going to be, no, I don't think it was, Roxana, that pattern. Let me see if I wrote it down. No, it doesn't. I didn't write it down. It could have been, though. I don't know. I have a terrible memory. But I do know it underwent 3 different name changes. All right, for the necklace, $12, number 36. $12. Oh, those AB stones are just, oh, they're so good. Next up, and Alice is, that's my pen. Ooh. Alice is going to take the necklace. Awesome. Glad you, then I dropped my pen. Glad you like that, Alice. And it was very comfortable to wear because I've had it on for about an hour now. Okay, so next up is this entire box. I'm not going to send the box unless you want me to. I feel like it'll probably crack in shipping, but I could throw all of this into an envelope and save you on some shipping. But it is an entire container of rickrack and seam binding. So I'll show you some of them here. Some of them unopened. Absolutely, Alice. It's so beautiful. Some have, oh, there's a little lace in here too. I love the tiny rickrack. Here's another unopened one. That's unopened bias tape with some of the same color wrapped around it. Here's another unopened rickrack. So you get the whole box. There's 3 different things on here. You get the whole box for one monies. It's back in there. This one's got the daisies. Lots of little pretties on there. Some red bias tape. More rickrack. So lots and lots and lots of stuff in here, and you will get the whole thing, because I got a great deal on this, for only $12, number 51. $12, number 51 for the Sewing Notions. Next up is this beautiful set of German candlesticks, but I did not notice that they had a couple of spots with breakage, and I will show you those. Is this the one that doesn't have any damage? It's so hard to see. Well, first let me show you the bottom. So they're made in Germany. Barbie! I've lost my pen again. Oh, guys, with the pen. Terrible today. And good morning, Barbie. So this one has a little chip to the leaf right there. And then must be this one that has an issue with a flower. Let's see. Yes. And then this one has right there, missing a petal on the blue flower. So because of that, you're going to get them very inexpensively. $6 for the set, number 95. $6, number 95 for the little German candlesticks. Oh, and I can tell you how tall they are. They're short. 3.5 inches. 3.5 inches tall. Surprisingly, the big flowers are fine. And they are slightly different. The colors on the flowers, let me see. No, not the colors, the flowers themselves. So like these look like 6-petal flowers, where these are much more petal flowers. So they're slightly different. The rose on this one is bigger than the rose on this one. So these were handmade. And they both do say made in Germany. And then last item today is the Depression crock. Depression glass crock. It's the first one I've ever seen. So excited to find it. I went through my book 3 times to make sure that's what this was. And it was either Jeanette Glass or Hazel Atlas. I could not tell for sure. This is the lid. Now this does have some chipping. It was obviously used. So I will show you the chipping on both the lid and the inside of the container. None of the chips are on the outside of it. So you've got chipping here, chipping here, chipping here, chipping here. So chips. This is almost 100 years old. And then you can feel the edge along the inside here is rough. And then it's got the wear and tear from being used often. And it's this size. And we're looking at 4 inches tall and just over 5.5 inches across. $12, number 50. $12, number 50. And that's everything. So does anybody want me to go back over anything from the beginning? Let me know if you've just come in. And coffee cup of the day is this one. Barbie's going to take number 50. Awesome. Thank you, Barbie. Coffee cup of the day. I did talk to Tiger this week, and he has expanded his section he's got at an antique store, and he does have pictures up on Instagram if you want to go check those out, but not sure what he's doing with YouTube right now. But he also is back from traveling. He had been traveling. So if you guys don't have an Instagram, I know it's hard to learn a new app or another social media, but a lot of our friends post a lot of good stuff over on Instagram. And that is all I've got today. I know this was a short one, but sourcing this past weekend was a struggle. I was so disappointed in the flea market because the time before, every space had been filled. Yeah, Alice, he does. He posts vintage antiques and cats on his Instagram. It's funny how many of us love cats that collect vintage or antiques. We're all cat people too. But if you saw my haul, then you know there were like only 2/3 of the spaces filled on Saturday, and most of those were not people selling vintage or antiques. It was multi-level marketing companies, it was craft people, it was a honey guy and a baker. So it's definitely more of a craft fair this month than a flea market, which was very disappointing for me, but if it had a little more money, I would have gotten some of the local honey, but I didn't. I love local honey. Whew. And I know tomorrow morning, St. Mary's up the road is having their, I think they have a biannual rummage sale. And I've picked up pieces from them before, but sometimes if they know what it is, that's way overpriced for resale. But sometimes things slip through and you can get them at a good price. I'd gotten my one chalkware fish at this sale. So I'll probably head up there tomorrow to that sale. And I don't know, hit up some garage sales. We will see. And if anybody has any ideas about, I was going to show you guys this ring, see if I could get it on camera to glow. This is the ring that I'm talking about. See, it's got that pinky stone in it. And it's not marked, but it's not really going to show. But it just lights up fluorescent pink under the black light. And I've just never had anything do that before. So when I looked it up, it said the rubies do that. I don't know. And that's what it looks like. It's not marked on the inside, but it's got this little thing right here that looks like it might have a mark in it, but it's way too tiny for me to even see. And here's what the inside of the stone looks like. Hi, Carol. That one was, let's see, number 30. So the wood round trinket box going to Carol. And this guy was so nice. So nice. I was just there talking to him forever as I was going through boxes of old records he had. It's just the nicest guy. And then I get home and my sister's like, was he hitting on you? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe he was. I'm so oblivious. This summer, it will be 7 years since I have been on a date at all. So he may very well have been hitting on me, and I couldn't tell. I just thought he was nice. We're having a conversation, but she's like, he's probably hitting on you. Oh my goodness. All right, you guys, I'm going to go, and I do not when I don't know when I will get you guys invoiced, because I've got to get over to my brother's and pick up boxes, because I would probably invoice this afternoon, but I'm pretty sure I need to go pick up some boxes from him. So finally went through all of my huge stash of boxes. So for the first time in a couple years, I'm a little low on boxes, but I will have you invoiced before next week's sale. I always invoice within 7 days. So I will get you guys invoiced soon. Thank you, everybody. You guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you soon. Bye.